Eurussian Empire. What will happen to Europe by 2030 if Putin wins? By 2030, Russian troops could be crossing into NATO territory. Europe might spend more on weapons than healthcare. Putin's special military operation could target Finland and Poland. And it all might start with a peace deal in Ukraine. United 24, launched by President Zelensky, has mapped a frightening 5-year plan. It shows how Putin could build his Eurussian empire by 2030. The timeline begins with today's reality. Secret US-Russia talks about Ukraine's future. Ukraine would surrender territory within months. NATO membership would vanish from the table. No real security guarantees would exist. With this false peace in place, Putin's true ambitions would unfold. By May 2025, Russian propaganda would flow freely again. Sanctions on RT would disappear. Kremlin messaging would enter European homes unchecked. Russia would hold military drills near NATO by July 2025. Belarus would host these exercises along the Polish borders. This mirrors what's already planned for this September. Military pressure would build. Moldova would fall in October 2026. Russia would use its Transnistria puppet state as an entry point. Europe would go dark in July 2027. Undersea internet cables would be cut. Digital infrastructure would become a prime target. NATO would crack from within by 2029. Hungary and Slovakia would host Russian military bases. The eastern flank would be compromised. Conscription would return to Western Europe. Germany and the Netherlands might force citizens into service. The continent would shift to war footing. By 2030, defense spending would overwhelm social programs. Healthcare budgets would shrink as military costs soar. At least 76% of social benefits would be cut. The final act would come in September 2030. Putin would announce a special operation against NATO. Russian forces would invade Finland and Poland. A full-scale European war would become a reality. This remains a nightmare scenario for now, but warning signs already flash red across Europe. Hungary's drift toward Moscow continues unchecked. NATO's eastern members report Russian military buildups. Mysterious undersea cable damages have occurred without explanation. Estonian intelligence warns Russia is actively preparing for NATO conflict.